Well, one of us has to work out here, so I might as well be Jenny. But anyway, I'm just going through some unbelievably amazing pictures here. I just
Really
can't.
amazing.
I am just kind of beside myself, actually. Just can't believe it. I'm looking at these old pictures of me, and I am just like floored. Like, who is that person? I mean, seriously. I've got like this picture of me. Obviously, oh, my exposure's kind of messed up, but I did post it on my wall. And is this picture of this big Tubalard. I mean, seriously, he's huge. I don't ever remember looking like that. But apparently, the picture doesn't lie, and the truth is what it is. And I look at it, and I am like, wow, that is so strange. And I mean, it just really just shocks me to see it. It's a picture that I took with my family in California when my nephew was graduating college, and it has my mom, my niece, my brother-in-law, my other nephew, my sister, and my other nephew, and it's just like, what? I'm just like blown away. I mean, it's amazing when you go back to stuff and you look at it and you see it from a different total perspective, and you just realize, wow, do people really want that person back? I mean, honestly, I think it'd be cruel to have a person like that come back instead of the person that I am now. I mean, not that looks are everything or anything, and not that I think I'm all that, but it's way better than what that was. And I remember how I used to feel when I was like that. And, I just didn't feel good about myself. I was always bummed. I was always, just, well, you get to the point where you just don't even care. And you just let yourself go. So that's what happened to me. I had just let myself go. I just was like, you know what? This life sucks. So I might as well eat and be happy. But obviously, that's not the right way to live. And for those that aren't transgender, they find that, the life that they're living, they need to make changes. And it's just like any other thing in life, where people realize that they're on a dead end road. And, either at this point, either I was going to end up with a heart attack from eating too much food and clogging my arteries, or I was going to make changes. And granted, my changes are a bit extreme. I will give you that. But people, if you find yourself at a dead end and you really don't know what else you're going to do, you need to look at the other option. And for us transgender people, that is transitioning. And don't do it just because, you want to. Do it because you have to, that your life depends on it. Because if you don't, you may not be here in another year. You may just not end up being around because it just doesn't mess around. Life doesn't mess around. And making good decisions to follow through and to do what brings you happiness and joy and contentment is really more important than you think. Putting up with things as they are is no way to live, because when it's all said and done, the results are not good because you basically just tolerated something and you didn't handle it, and it can really end up biting you in the butt. But you need to really look at it and decide for yourself, especially if you're going to decide to transition. This is what I need to do for me. I am tired of living the way I have. I'm tired of looking the way I do. I'm tired of feeling the way I do. I'm tired of living the way I do. And make a decision to make a good choice, to better yourself, to better those around you, really, and to be around for the future, for your kids, you know. It's just that important. I'm just still blown away. You know, I'm still looking at just one picture, but I'm still blown away that back in June of 2011, that's what I looked like. That person was me. I just, you know, I can't say enough. You know, I had a big gut. My hands look all out of proportion to my body and everything, and my head is way smaller, it seems like, than the rest of my body. And I had this smile going, but it was just so fake, you know. It just, there's no real life in the eyes. There's no real, you know, just, I mean, I see other people in this picture, and I see that they're like happy, and there's a sparkle in their eyes, and I look at mine, and there was just this deadness in there. And that was just a life unfulfilled. Huh. It's amazing. But when you do look back at it and you do realize where you're coming from, you so appreciate where you are. Because I know I'm not where I need to be or where I want to be, but I definitely am not there anymore. And that's a good thing.